Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jenny and this is the Darkest Light Oracle. We're going to be doing a tarot reading today for the sign of Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio as your sun, moon, or rising sign, there might be a message for you here today. So thank you all so much for being here. Let's go ahead and get in because I've already got the Five of Swords jumping out here. We've got the Justice and the Knight of Swords. So I feel like in the, Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. So we've got, with the Justice card, I am feeling like we have got some sort of injustice that happened here. And it was fast, right? With the Knight of Swords, something very quickly happened. And I feel like you are feeling like you were wronged. With the Five of Swords here, this is conflict. And that's what makes me feel like you think that you've been wronged. Or you're feeling like somehow there was something happened, right? An imbalance. Let me say that. It feels like an imbalance. I feel like with this conflict, someone's definitely holding on though, but let's see. And there is a lot of air energy. So there is a lot of thinking going on. This could even represent an air sign. We've got Libra with the Justice card and with the Knight. That could also be a person. So Gemini or Aquarius would be those other signs that are showing up. And look, we've got Gemini in our future. So lot of air energy showing up. Ten of Swords, King of Cups. Yeah, this feels like, Scorpio, this feels like someone definitely was not good to you. So this was an ending. With this Ten of Swords, this is usually a fast ending, possibly ending in betrayal. So once again, with that Knight of Swords, that definitely says it was quick and and is looking harsh. But with the King of Cups here, this is you. I feel like this is a really beautiful energy. And so maybe it's saying here, or rather what I'm getting that it's saying here is through all of this, you still had were in alignment with your heart's energy, right? All these things are happening to you, and yet there you are standing steady and strong and true to your heart in the chaos. And that is a beautiful message. We've got the Magician here. So interesting, because I feel like you wanted balance, right? The Magician is the creator, right? You maybe were like, I want balance. I want something in my life, right? And then this shows up and it is this swift, harsh ending. And somehow, maybe it answered your prayers. Maybe it is a situation that you did not feel that you knew how to leave. Queen of Wands here on top of that Magician card. So this is like fiery energy, right? This is beautiful energy. This is actually showing me a king and a queen. So on one hand, we've got this beautifully emotionally stable energy, and then we've got this Queen of Wands here showing up with this feisty, fiery, ambitious energy. So interesting. So this could be two different people, right? This definitely could be some sort of breakup issue, or breakup that I'm talking about, but this could also just be your two energies, right? So as you stand still in amongst the chaos, you've got this Queen of Wands here, which is you making things happen that you want to happen. So we've got in our future the Hangman, Knight of Wands, and the Lovers. So I feel like you are going to continue to go for what you want. But you may be in this spot for a while that is like this in between. With the Hangman, sometimes this can mean stuck or stagnant energy. This could also be a new perspective, right? So after this happens, you may go into the future with a much different perspective than what you have right now. Just because the sheer, I don't know what word to put in this. Just how severe this feels, right? This is a big jolt. This is, something very quickly ended and happened. And I feel like this is going to change you forever. But we've also got the Lovers here. So I'm going to pull some more cards for clarification because I feel like Page of Wands. So definitely growth, right? This is a forward movement. This is growth. And that is showing up on the Hangman. So I feel like yes, you will be uncomfortable. You may be in a spot where you're not quite sure how to move forward. But when you do, this will be growth and change in a positive way. And then let me pull some more here. Yeah, when you do move forward, there is when you do move forward, there is recognition. This is a good card. This can be fame, recognition. This could be you stepping into the spotlight somehow. This could also be just other people in your friend circle recognizing that you've done this and you've moved away from this energy, or just you yourself knowing that was really hard to do. I'm really proud that I did that. But with this Lover here, we've got the Seven of Swords. So this is that deceptive energy, right? I am feeling 100% that these two cards here are some sort of deception in a relationship, right? The Lovers, most cases, has to do with love. Could also be like if it's a job situation and you love your job and you feel really connected to the other people there, like it's where you're meant to be, and then it ends. But there is something sneaky. There is something deceptive about what's happening. Four of Swords. Ooh, look at that card. Look at these cards when you put them together, right? They look very similar. So, definitely something that's happening here that I think is going to come to light in the future. Even though the situation has ended, I almost feel like there's more to it, right? And it's going to show up later. We've got, this sneaky wolf here with a little sword, and then we've got this weird wolf here. I don't know. But the Four of Swords has to do with healing, meditation, contemplation. So I feel like this is really saying after you have gone through this, and after this has happened to you, that Four of Swords is that energy where you take a step back, where you take a rest, where maybe you heal, you meditate, you learn from the situation, right? So let's take a look, Scorpio, at our challenges and guidance. And then I do also want to say that if you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. You can also hit that like button. You can leave me a comment. All of those things help the channel, and I appreciate it. So we're going to take a quick look here to see if there's any repeating numbers yet. I've got 2 4s. They are jumping out at me. So if the number 4 or 44 resonates with you at all, I'm seeing that. Could also be, because we're about to come into April, it could be pointing at the month of April because they are in the place of your future and your guidance. So could be pointing at some timing for somebody here. But what we've got in our challenges is that this is ended and that it is changing. So with the Tower, this was a Tower moment, right? And that is why it is a challenge, because you're going to be forever changed, like I said before. But with the wheel here, there's also completion. And so I feel like, with the justice card, sometimes that has to do with karma. And so this is karmic cycles ending, right? This could be some sort of karmic cycle that is finally done. That, and the challenge, that's the challenge, right? Is it's done, and and now you've got to move on from it and really pick up the pieces, right? Because with this tower, like, everything is down and scattered, and so that is part of the challenge. Going forward here, the advice is to pay attention and look for your opportunities. So this is interesting because, once again, it's that Gemini energy or Libra energy or Aquarius, because it's the sign of air, which, sorry, I got something in my eye. But the sign of air, which we've had quite a bit of air energy in this reading. But that's in your guidance. So this card is all about finding the truth and paying attention, right? So I feel like I said, there is something here that maybe you're not seeing that will come to light in the future. That being said, we've also got the Four of Cups here. And this is saying that there are opportunities in front of you. And maybe they don't look real good right now. Maybe you don't see it as an opportunity. But Spirit is really just saying, take a second look here, because there is some sort of opportunity that you have not noticed yet that may be beneficial for you to take. Or it's an opportunity to see the truth here, right? Because there is something deeper happening. So, all right, Scorpio, that is what I've got for you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of that, and I will see you next time. Bye.